from Hooked in a Flash. If you'd like to follow me, you can on Instagram as Hooked in a Flash. Facebook is Hooked in a Flash Crochet. And if you'd like to see any of my crochet amigurumi patterns that I have for sale, it's on Etsy as Hooked in a Flash. This one's up for Valentine's Day. You can go ahead and grab it. Today is knit night. As always, I usually record on Wednesdays, which is knit night. Knit night is that I go to is at Teaselwick Wools in Salem, Oregon. It goes from 4 to 8 if you want to come down and join us. For security reasons, the doors do shut usually around 7, but you can still come in. If you're coming at 7, you can either call Teaselwick Wools and say, hey, I'm here, can you let me in? Or if I'm there, you can always message me on Instagram or Facebook Messenger or on my Facebook page, and I can let her know, hey, we got somebody that wants to come to knit night outside in the cold, let her in. Or him in, somebody, anybody. There's usually about 6 people there. It's a really nice night. Obviously, you get to peruse around really amazing yarn. Tracy is the owner. She's super, super amazing. And I'm there, so you get to talk to me. So that's kind of cool, right? I don't have very much to show you guys today. I did complete all 10 Bigfoot. They got sent out on Monday. He should be receiving them today. And they ordered another set. I have 5 more Bigfoot to make and then 5 Yeti that I'm going to make, which will look the exact same except for the Yeti will be white with gray instead of light brown with dark brown. That'll be a lot of fun. I will be starting those as soon as my yarn comes in for that. And the only other thing that I've been working on is my Rose City Mystery Knit Along. There will be spoilers in here, so if you guys are doing the Mystery Knit Along, I'll say, spoiler alert, go forward, skip forward on that one, or just don't watch after the point. I'll try to do that at the end so that you guys can just stop watching that point forward if you... That's what I'll do. I'll just do it at the end. That'll be my last thing so that if you guys, don't want to see that, you don't want to spoil your surprises, then you don't have to watch that part of it. I just have a few things that I've brought in. So my first one is my friend Christina got this. I do believe it was the Lion Brand Milland mystery bag. This was one of her cakes that she got. It's coming up pretty true to color. She got this and she just decided that this isn't the color for her. She doesn't really like it, so she gave it to me. Excuse me. I will most likely make a shawl out of this. I really love the colors. I think it's pretty and fun. This sometimes looks gray and sometimes purple. It is a light purple. There, it's showing up good. Sometimes it looks gray though, but it's a purple. The next thing that I brought in to the house is crochet needles. I found a crochet set on Amazon for $12. They were on sale. $12 the whole set. This goes from 2mm to 8mm. All different sizes. They're really nice. I am a extremely tight crocheter, so I have to have this rubber tip on here, otherwise I ruin my hands and my shoulders especially. My hands start going numb. It's a whole thing. And then if I do a whole project with just a normal crochet hook like this without that rubber piece on there, I can't do anything else for a good 2-3 days afterwards because my hands and my shoulders especially are so bad. That set did come with 3 darning needles. There it is. With it for $12. I'll try to leave a link down below so that you guys can get them as well if you would like them. They're nice. Let me open this up again. They're nice and open needles. I like these ones because I like the little bit shallower groove on here because I am, not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty dang fast at crocheting. And if I get one that has the deeper one like this here, if I have this deeper, is that even showing up here? Well, how about if I go this way? How about if I wish really hard? That deeper inset catches all the time for me, so I can't have these really deep, steep ones, but it's something to consider if you do like these deeper ones. All these are more open, so it might not be a good fit for you if you like the deeper holding ones. The bag, I found out after I purchased this, just before I did, these come with a 1-year warranty, which I thought was pretty cool. I've never heard of a company giving a warranty for their needles, hooks, anything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. There are ones that come with a pouch, you know, a little bag that comes with it. It's kind of cool. It looks similar to this. Right in the middle it has a pouch that you can put your stuff in, like your scissors, your stitch markers, darning needles. The one that I found was a bright pink. It was 20 bucks. Definitely a good deal for sure. I just, for one, didn't see it until after I ordered. For two, I'm not the biggest pink fan. So when I got these yesterday, or no, I got them Monday, sorry. When I got them, I had an extra ChowGoo a bag from when I ordered my second set of interchangeable needles, because instead of buying the whole set, I've been purchasing a little at a time, even though it is more expensive in the long run. I just, you know, wasn't feasible for me to spend that amount of money for the whole set at that time. So I've been buying at a time. So I had an extra set. So what I did was, this normally has a black tag on it, or little ribbon. I took that off on both sides and put the red on so that I know that this is my crochet case. I was gonna write like crochet across it or something, but this is such a pretty case. It really is a really, really nice case. It's got the zipper on front, you know, the little pouch that you can put your stuff in. I absolutely love my knitting one that I have all my knitting needles in. So what I did was I, of course, changed that so that I can just tell from a glance. I didn't write, so I don't have to ruin it by writing crochet across it, that this is my crochet one. Usually in through here, there's, going this way, there's a same pattern as this in here for all your knitting needles. I took that out. It was super easy to pull it out, and then I just put in the elastic for each of the needles. It fit in perfectly. I actually have enough room right here to put a pin if I need one. With my crocheting, since I do a lot of designing and stuff for the toys, I do use pin a lot, so that's perfect. And there's enough room in here for a little, if I wanted to stick one right in between here, a little notepad if I'm writing a design, you know, while I'm out and about. So that's good. I like it a lot. In fact, I'll probably buy one of those small notepads and stick inside here even, so that I just have that in case I design a lot. I get a lot of weird ideas sometimes, so it's kind of nice to have a piece of paper and pen to jot down stuff. I like this. This is definitely a really nice case for me. I'm really happy with it. I really love the crochet hooks. They're really nice quality, nice and smooth. Everything feels great. So happy with that purchase. I will try to stick it down below, like I said, so that you can go get them if you want them. Next was an idea I had. Since I did purchase all of those different sizes, I don't really need the ones with no rubber on them. And the other thing is I don't really prefer working with wood. It's just not a good fit for me. I know it works really well for a lot of people, both knitters and crocheters. Just for me, I prefer metal. Slides easier for me. These ones though, what I seen on Instagram a while back was people making, or selling anyways, rescue needles. So what it has is a crochet tip on one side, and it's short, about this tall. The other side is a knitting tip, you know. So I think what I'm going to do, since I will not be using these, but they're beautiful, I might as well use them for something, is cut them down and then probably use a pencil sharpener or something like that. Sharpen this side to a tip so that what you use it for is if you dropped a needle or dropped a stitch running down in your knitting, you can grab this and you know, knit it back up. And then if you have the knitting side, you can actually use it for a cable needle if you need, something like that. I have, you know, quite a few of these that I'm really never using. So I think that I will use that, and that way they'll be a little bit more useful for me personally. But I really like those. They're beautiful. I just don't personally use it. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is Teeswick Wools. I'm going to plug them forever. I'm sorry, you guys. You just have to hear it. They started carrying ChowGoo knitting needles, which, as you guys may know if you've heard any of my other stuff, is my by far favorite knitting needles to use. I've used several others. I've used the, I think it's Leica, or it's Lykke. I've used those. I've used the Addie's. I've used Boys. I've used Bates, Susan Bates. I've used a lot of different needles, and some I don't even know the name of. But my problem with them all is not necessarily the needle itself, but the cable. So this is what the majority of all of the other cables that I find do. You can't get it straight. It always wants to go back into this. It always wants to go back into this position. Okay? Which is nice for storage, not so much for when you're knitting. You can combat this by sticking it in boiling water. So I think they recommend for 5 minutes or something like that until it softens up, and then try to get it straight like that. But it's always going to be like this. It's always going to pull your yarn down. For me personally, my problem with it is when it's doing that, I have a hard time moving my yarn up to the needles. It's always getting stuck. I have to move it around. So that slows me down. I don't like to be slowed down. And it just tangles up. You know, it's hard. It pulls your work the wrong way. I don't like it. So with the ChowGoos, and why I'm always promoting them so much is, watch. Okay, this is how I store my needles, wrapped up like this. This is a 32-inch 2.75. These are my sock needles that I use. I'm going to be picking up a 40-inch as soon as she gets those in stock, just so that I have another pair of sock needles, because I love doing socks. So I just entangled it. This is what it does. See? It's just a straight line. It doesn't wrap up on you. You're not going to have a hard time. It doesn't, like, you know, crinkle up or anything. It's nice and pliable. You can bend this. So like I said, I use these for socks. So what I do is 2 at a time, and I do magic loop socks. So I put on my 2 on here. I have 0 problems. I've never had a problem with it wrapping up. I've made several pairs of socks. I use my ChowGoos for literally all my knitting. So all my sweaters, all my anything, my shawls, anything that I've made, I use these, and I've never had a problem with the cable. all of the joins on any of mine that I've had nice and smooth. They never catch up. I have both fixed and I have my interchangeables. So that's why I'm always promoting them, because it's just, it makes it one less thing for you have to worry about with your knitting. You can just worry about your pattern that you're doing and not, cool, my knitting's all wrapped up. The only ones that I find that is kind of a non-issue with other needles is the most of the 16-inch needles that I've used don't really wrap up so much, but it's because the cable's so short. It's only an 8-inch cable. It doesn't really have time to. So that doesn't, I don't feel like that really counts, right? So Teaswick Wools is now selling these. She's getting all the sizes slowly in as the other ones go out. She's fading out the other ones that she has. So if you want to buy them, they're comparable to Amazon, her price on there. So come support Teaswick Wools. All right, so now stop if you do not want spoilers on the mystery knit along. This is what I've got on here. This is, are you done? All right, here we go. So there was 4 clues on here. Clue number 1 was this, and it's all stockinette, so it's gonna fold in. I'll be blocking it so it doesn't do this. Look at this pattern. I absolutely love this. And the technique that they do is slipping these stitches that you run into so you don't carry your yarn back and forth. I am absolutely in love with this idea. This was supposed to be garter stitch. I did not read the directions correctly when I did this first row. I realized I messed up when I started this. I read that part correctly. So I went on to Ravelry and I was looking at what it looked like in garter stitch. I prefer it in stockinette only because the garter stitch, the slips that you can see them really well in the garter stitch, whereas in stockinette stitch you don't really notice that it's a slip stitch. It's just slightly larger than your normal stitches on here, so I feel like it's not really a big difference, but it's more of a noticeable when you have the garter stitch. So clue 2 went, let's see, clue 1 is all this blue, and then clue 2 is the next section, and then this is, I know you can't really tell it so much, but it's seed stitch. Clue 3 is this again with the stripes. I love this pattern so much. Again, all of these were supposed to be garter stitch instead of stockinette. I prefer the stockinette look, so I just went with that. And then clue 4 is starting on some lace work. So I'm really, really enjoying this. I have one more clue after clue 4. Should end up being a 58-inch shawl. It should be a little bit under double this size when it's all done. But look at how beautiful this, I'm so glad that I chose these colors. I really, really like them together. The only thing that I don't understand so much is the theme for this year's Mystery Knit Along and Yarn Crawl in general is birds. Now the crochet version, or the crochet mystery knit along that my friend Christina is doing, looks amazing. She picked this beautiful emerald green yarn and it's so beautiful. It's called the Sandpiper Wing, and I can already tell she's not done with it. Obviously we have more clues to do, but already you can tell kind of the idea that they're going with. It's supposed to look obviously like the wing of a bird, and I totally can see that. With this, I do not see bird at all whatsoever. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I am not complaining. I love this mystery along. I absolutely will be doing mystery alongs again because I love getting these clues. But I do not see bird. This does not say bird to me. There's nothing about this that says bird. So maybe at the end they surprise you with a bird or something, but this does not say bird to me. The name of this is Plot Twist. And I absolutely love it, but it does not say bird to me. Maybe you see a bird. I do not see a bird. But I love this. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get more done. Hopefully I'll have the lace work done for you guys so you can see it next week. Monday should be the last clue, which is clue number 5. Like I said, it should be 58 inches when it's all done, and I think it was 35 inches deep. Yeah, so that's all I have. I did my quick little review. Like I said, Teaselwick Wools is doing the Knit Night tonight. Come see us. That would be really cool to see everybody. I love talking, even if you don't come. If you want to talk to me about crafts in general, I love doing that stuff. I can talk about crafts all day long. Knitting, crocheting, needlework, needlepoint, I mean, perler beads, any of it. I don't even do weaving. You want to talk about weaving? Sure. I don't do it, but I love hearing about it. So that's the reason why I make these videos, just to kind of get a dialogue going on. If you guys want to comment down below about something, if you have a question about something, maybe you're learning to knit for the first time and you have a question about something, ask me. If I can't answer you in writing, I've been making videos to kind of show you if you're more of a visual learner. I love doing it. It doesn't bother me at all to answer questions. If you have some, just let me know. I mean, the worst I can say is no, right? Usually I won't say that, but if I don't know, I'll let you know. Or I'll find out for you. I can read it and find out. I love doing this stuff. I love talking about it. So, there is obviously the other reason is to show you guys the crochet toys that I make to put the patterns up on Etsy. I'm not going to try and hide that. I definitely, like this puppy here, the pattern is up on Etsy. You guys can purchase the pattern. And I do let you guys know if I have any shop updates like that. But for the most part, I just like talking to you guys about crafting. And right now my craft of choice is knitting and crochet. I like doing all the things. I have a sewing machine. I like to sew. Sometimes I am definitely not as good at sewing as I am knitting and crocheting, but I do like doing it. I love doing perler beads. I like putting together model kits. I just like making things, anything. So just let me know. You have any questions? You just want to talk about what you make? That's fine. Let's talk about it. So I will see you guys later. I hope you have a super awesome day. I'll see you next week. Bye.